Jiles, and I am here at the opening night of the Long Island International Film Expo, and you have no idea how excited I am about this man. He is incredibly talented. I sound like one of those old hosts on, like when cable first came out.
I paid her to say that.
This is Anthony Robert Grasso. He is an world-renowned acting teacher, an award-winning actor, director, writer, producer, dad, husband, friend.
Like you.
We're just friends. The other stuff is not mine. Amazing. Yeah. Anyway, so you're here today. You're here at the festival with not just one film, but two films, right?
I have
five. See, I told you he's pretty good. 5 films.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this one.
It just came out all at the same time, so it's not that I planned that.
You didn't do 5 at once.
No.
Okay.
No, but let me introduce her.
Please,
this
please.
is
Like
Kristin.
that fairy tale, right? 7 with 1 blow.
This is Kristin Samuelson, who is the writer-producer of Extradition, the one that screened today.
Extradition, right?
Yes.
It may be the only political film on your
Only
lineup.
political film, probably.
right.
I know it's not the typical topic for these film festivals, but that's what I was motivated
She
about.
was
Yes,
really motivated,
I
especially after the last election.
And this guy plays a really sexy Russian hacker.
A sexy Russian hacker. See, now, put that in a 50-something-year-old guy. I don't know. It was fun.
And I based the character when I was writing on a real guy that was captured. He was wanted for extradition from Russia. He was a Russian hacker. They caught him in Prague. And he was living in a 5-star hotel, dating a model, wearing expensive jewelry, eating in a gourmet restaurant. And, hackers get a lot of money for what they do.
Yeah,
So I was sort of using him as an example for Anthony's role.
And this has been...
Hi, Vince Scialla.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
It's
A
Italian.
composer. Yes.
Yes.
He's the music man.
Worked on the music and
Great actor.
soundtrack for Extradition.
Yes, and other films too. I've heard your soundtracks.
When
They're
he's
amazing.
doing
Also, Retreat, which screens tomorrow, and Damaged, which is on Monday.
He also did Swipe Right. You remember
Yes,
the film
yes,
that we
yes.
were here?
Yeah.
We were
I
here
love
last year
Swipe
with
Right.
us.
It's wonderful.
And,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Great
It
stuff.
made me feel so much better about myself.
Yeah.
Because it was like a real, you know what I mean? It was like a,
It's
I
just-
don't,
You're like, all right, I'll stay Barry.
I'm like, well, not only that, but sort of. But no, she just, it's like real people my
It was fun,
age,
yeah.
you know?
It was great.
I mean, not that I'm as old as anybody else.
And we were happy to be here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
last year I was here also with Kill Al.
Which is also a fantastic film.
Which I wasn't here for, but we won Best Actor.
Yes, I saw
And,
it here too.
It's one of my favorite parts I've ever played, just because it was dark and messy. And,
Such a jerk.
and he was a jerk. But he had a heart.
Yeah.
He had a heart.
He did?
I think so. I kind of did.
Well, by that time we hated him, so.
But in these films, her film especially, he's just slick and she gets him good.
I want to hear about your motivation. I mean, I know it was because of the election.
Well, I also had wanted to play a politician or diplomat of some sort. I'd been told that was the ideal character for me, but nobody was casting me as that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to write my own thing and cast myself. So I am the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
You also look like a senator.
I would love that power, I tell you. Mitch McConnell, move over. All right, but it just, and then I also am very fearful about Russian intervention in our country. So this sort of gave me an opportunity to pull it all together.
And Anna just came on board with her, who wanted to do something about a Ukrainian. And then they forged the story. She wrote it, and then hired me to be a director, and then they needed this Russian hacker. So that's kind of how it all
So we
moved in.
pulled in a triangle with the Ukrainian angle on wanting to find out what Russia was up to, with the American angle of wanting to get Russian involvement. I don't want to give away too much about the plot, but I had very strong feelings, but I also wanted the acting role, and actually I did win Best Lead Acting from the European Film Festival
And
for
deserving.
my role in Extradition.
Fantastic. Oh, I can't
So
wait to
deserved.
see it.
So I succeeded.
I know, but now when is it screening, guys?
It's screened today.
Oh, screen today.
Screened today.
Before this.
So hopefully you'll get to see it.
Yes, please. Oh, I definitely want to see it. Yeah.
But you know what was cool about making that was it was one night. We shot all the locations in this one suite of a hotel. So we had to get really strategic in how we changed the art direction. And so what you learn, I think, in filmmaking.
Close-ups.
Well, no, we didn't. No, actually, there's some master shots. It was huge. It was the size of this room. I mean, it was huge.
Okay.
But it was a really interesting lesson, right? And how to make it work under those guidelines. So that was kind of cool. You know.
It sounds amazing. How long is it?
13 minutes.
13. It used to be longer.
Just under 13.
It sounds like a really important, relevant film.
I think so. I think a lot of the people who've seen it have been very pleased.
And it's a pilot, so we're hoping maybe to do another. It's not necessarily a short.
It definitely has the potential
It feels
for
like
a
a pilot.
series like Madam Secretary or House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Now, are you in the beginning of your festival run, or when did it start?
Just getting going. Yeah, I would say we're in the beginning. We're at the New York Shorts Festival, and I did win the one in Europe, but I've got a bunch of deadlines coming up. I'm waiting to hear. So we're at the beginning.
So cool.
I think people will appreciate.
I'm excited because she, put a lot of sweat and tears in this, and to see it finally getting selected, it's nice.
It's
nice.
fun.
And
It's rewarding.
And there's a couple things he's in the works on. I just did a couple of films that hopefully will be here next year. One of them is called The Long Commute. That I co-wrote it. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It's a heartfelt movie.
Is the trailer online?
It is.
Because I saw
The trailer's online. I'm going to start putting them on my website. It's AnthonyRobertGrasso.com. What is your...
KristinSamuelson.com.
All right, and?
Music is liftoffstudio.com.
LiftoffStudio.com.
And what do you have going next?
Well, I'm excited. This was great to have this screen today, especially, the sound in that theater is amazing. By the way, I was speaking to some of the directors about that. We were just saying, this is like some of the best sound here.
Right.
Of course, we always focus on picture, but sound is just as important. I'm excited about a film coming out called The Mountain, which is out in a couple of weeks. So I have some music in that film that has Jeff Goldblum in it, and it's Rick Alverson directed it. So I'm looking forward to the release of that. And the trailer's online. If you look at the trailer, you'll see, you'll hear some of my music in that, and you'll actually see me.
Which one? What's it about? It's not the brain, not the brain. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It's good.
So that's the next thing. And I also worked on Late Night, the film with Emma Thompson as a band leader in the late night band. So, I besides composing soundtracks, I'm also sometimes in the films, being the musician or whatever it might be. So, in that one, we had a great time because we were musicians and we worked as actors as well.
I want to just add two more plugs, if I may.
Yes, please.
Geraldine Lear, who's a presenter, is also in The Long Commute.
Yes, and she's an amazing actress.
She's amazing.
And
She was a colleague, a student, and then came on board as my cast member. And then my daughter was in it, so that was really awesome. But really, the person I want to talk about is my wife. She's in the one tomorrow called Retreat, and it's her first festival. So I'm really excited about that.
She just came back to acting.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're going to talk tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you'll talk.
Yeah,
But I
and
just
then we'll
wanted
do
to
the
plug
whole
that.
thing.
And yes, and he did
I
Retreat.
would say that we've been connecting a lot.
Well,
Anthony
he's
and I
my
have been
go-to
connecting a lot
music
on
guy.
on this film, so we have a thing now. It's a telepathic kind of thing.
Yeah, we really do.
But I really enjoyed working on Retreat because it's much different. This film is much different than any other films I've worked on, and because of this meditative, I should say, I don't know if I want to give it away as much, but I also do a lot with music from other cultures and like Indian music and things like that. So I was able to put a little of that into this particular score.
Perfect. Anyway,
This sounds wonderful.
and we love her.
Yeah,
We love you. We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. And we're here at opening night. You were here at opening night.
No, I know. I'm
So
excited
fun.
I got here.
All right, good luck
Thank
with
you.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.